Guys, today we are going to discuss retrospectively what have happened um, with these modules: software architecture, REST API, and web UI. Well, we'll start from the server software architecture, which makes sense. It was pretty good all in all, but there is something that we can improve. As you can see, the workshop didn't go very well. Most of the students got satisfactory grades. Satisfactory is when the student asked all the answer all the asked questions, but hadn't been proactive enough to be outstanding. Well, not satisfactory is the grade that I usually put if the students either hadn't been attended on the workshop or was too quiet, like a silent witness, and did nothing. I even didn't answer the questions. So, well, going ahead, I can say that you improved on the workshop as a group and as individual. As you can see, there are more outstanding grades here on the REST API workshops and on the web UI. All outstanding on web UI. I really liked it. I really enjoyed that workshop. Let's go back. First of all, first thing was a workshop. The second thing is homework. Homework was pretty good. It was good enough. I looking at your homeworks, at your submissions, I realized that you understand the difference between different software server architecture, and you've managed to make great material finding the pros and cons and the difference between them. I realized that the workshop and homework were rather theoretical than practical, but that was a necessary step that we should have that we actually did pass. Yeah, and it in all it was good. The second block was a REST API, which went great as well. Special attention I want to turn into this in the homework. There were two, if I'm not mistaken, two or even more students that sent me the homework that was partially ready. I mean, the homework had section A and section B, or section 1 and section 2, and you've sent, as a first submission, you've sent only the half of the homework. I think it was done unconsciously. I think you just forgot to put the link or attach the Postman collection or something like that. But please, in future, pay attention to this, because it had been repeated. If not mistaken, it was repeated here. And the first submission had to be graded as 50 points, if I'm not mistaken. That was the I don't remember exact point, but next time you send your homework, please don't hurry, don't rush, just take a look at the submission. Make sure that you've attached everything, you've put the all links that you intended to, and make sure that everything is fine. Or you can just put your submission, just hold on, take a break, 15 minutes or 1 hour, and then send it again, review it and send it again. That's quite helpful. Thus you can prevent those cases when you partially send your submission. What about the workshop? It was better than the previous. As you can see, there is quite big difference between them. You started working on workshop more actively. You were communicative, which is the main thing that I pay attention to on workshops. As a QA engineer, you have to be communicative in your team. You don't work alone. In in the studying group, or when you are graduated and became a QA engineer, you have to keep in mind that you're always part of the team and you have to communicate with team. Don't try to work alone. That is not efficient. Sorry. Another word I'd like to take about the quiz. The quiz is quite important. 75 points. This is fine. The result is good enough, but I take it that the person who passed the quiz having 75 points, he or she did it formally just to pass it. That was the aim. If you pass it having 100 points, it means that you covered it all, presumably all unclear questions. Once again, I remind you that if you have something unclear or if you are uncertain in some things, you can always reach me in the chat or any other mentor and ask your questions there. Maybe once again, your colleagues, students from the group can answer faster than a mentor. So yeah, please take it in account. The other thing, again, here you can see you got improved very well. Outstanding grade. It is something that I usually put if the students was proactive. Well, not satisfactory when students either is absent or was a silent witness on the workshop. I mean, didn't answer any questions and didn't ask any. Satisfactory when you answered all the questions that were asked to you directly, and proactive when you asked the questions and participated in every activity. So yeah, that's the main difference between them. Another thing I believe already mentioned by another mentor, I want to highlight it one more time. You as a group have a great advantage comparing to other groups. As you can see, there are only 7 students. One of you was expelled, unfortunately, but it means that there are only 6 people that can ask questions to mentor on the workshop. It means you have all time of the mentor on the workshop. That's great advantage, and I urge you to gain the benefit from it and ask more questions, be more active. Yep. And what about your homework submissions? Some of you I've noticed were really communicative, and some of the submissions were almost identical, symbol by symbol. I don't think it is coincident, but I think it wasn't a random thing. Well, I might be wrong, but first of all, I'm glad that you if so, I'm glad that you cooperated and made homework. But please keep in mind that you can interact with each other, having discussion about the homework, but you should do them on your own. Thus, you can gain the maximum benefit from it. And yep. Again, here workshops went really well. I want to stress it one more time. Here you all were proactive. All the students on the workshop worked really good, answered all the questions and asked questions if needed. Yep, I think that's it. Thus, I wish you luck. I think we'll see you again. Bye bye.